Good morning, folks. How are you guys doing on this beautiful Tuesday? Howdy, howdy, howdy. I hope you guys are doing well. Um, honestly, today is going to be a kind of a chill day. I'm here to kind of take questions, go over some simplicity of charts, and maybe look for a couple of different trades. Maybe I'll do a live trade, maybe with you guys. But we're going to be doing some paper trading. I know a couple of people had some questions about how the option chains work, and I'm kind of gonna go over that again. I've gone it over a couple of different times, but we'll go over kind of the options chain a little bit on Webull, and I'll go over how to kind of customize your own little page and stuff like that for people who are kind of looking to jump into Webull or stuff like that and join us on the paper trading journey. Um, I haven't been screening. I've been so busy lately, guys. It's crazy. So I haven't been like screening as many stocks as I normally do. I'm still currently looking at McDonald's. I think I'm looking at Starbucks right now. I'm also looking at maybe a possible play on Intel. But I'm going to be doing a little market recap right here, right now with you guys. So thank you for joining along. Also, today is a great day to just kind of paper trade a little bit too as well. A beautiful thing about Tuesdays and Thursdays in the mornings, if you guys have the time, it's definitely kind of important to kind of get the warm-ups in before Mo goes live. So if you guys follow Mo and stuff like that and you join his live streams, joining my live is actually really helpful if you're a beginner to just kind of get into the swing of things. You know what I'm saying? Get some practice runs in before the real deal. You know what I mean? Um, so look forward to doing that. We're gonna be making a couple of trades here. Looks like the markets are kind of up. I'm going to, like I said, I'm gonna go over it here really quickly. Up on the daily. Where am I at? Boom. Oh, wrong one. Boom. All right. Take this guy over here. All right, cool. So as you know, I normally go over the daily recap of SPY. SPY is normally that SPY's incorporated into the S&P 500, just like everything else, just like the QQQs, VO, VOO, for those who don't know. So I personally like SPY. It moves slightly slower than the Qs, I think, just a little bit. Sometimes it gives me more price action than the Qs. I don't know. I just like the SPY a little bit better. It's like a little bit in between fast pace and like slow pace. So it's like a little small. I consider it like a nice, good, normal pace to have here for SPY. So anyway, so you can see that we've been riding up. If you guys were with me last week, I thought we were going to kind of come under here. That didn't happen. Looks like we filled the gap, almost filled the gap. We didn't fill this gap right here. So I kept this line right here. There's a very minuscule gap on the 1 minute time frame. Crypto B, what's up? How you doing? Good morning. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming in here every Tuesday and Thursday. I mean, you're almost in here every Tuesday and Thursday, so I appreciate you. Big shout out to Crypto B. Anyway, so like I was saying, I kept this little gap line right here on a smaller time frame. If I break it down on a smaller time frame, I kept this line right here. It looked like it touched right here and bounced back up. Technically did not fill. Also, we got multiple gaps underneath over here. So I'm expecting, well, actually you can't really expect anything honestly because markets you never know when that turning point's going to be in the market. It may never even come back down to that level for a while. It could be months, could be a couple years. It could be tomorrow. Who really knows, honestly? So, got to pay attention to that. But I do expect a slight relief in some shape or form at some point in time after this huge run up that we've had for since April, since the end of March. It's June, so we've been at it for about 2 months now. We're on a 2 month bull run, so about 60 days. We've been on a straight rocket up. I mean, look at this thing, it's beautiful. I know my lines are all over the place, but I have them there for specific reasons. Some of them long term, some of them short term. And a lot of my long term ones definitely respect my levels, which is crazy. Anyway, so we created that gap down here. So I expect some relief to come down to the 50 at some point in time. So it looks like today we're still bullish. We got a little RSI overbought signal here. So yeah, definitely probably going to come back down, test the 5. Can't beat the 5. We've only lost the 5. How many days did we lose? Did we go under the 5? 1, 2. We've only had we've only had 3 days out of the 60 days that we've been under the 5. You see all these candles, they all closed above. This one's kind of iffy. This one didn't close under, but it just closed just above, but this one kind of closed under, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. So 3 of them. 3 days out of the 60 we haven't beaten the 5. So if you guys are bearish, don't be. We're bullish. So if you're looking at the daily right now, well, previously, if you guys were playing the daily, you would understand you haven't gone under the 5 in a very long time. So bullish, 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 bullish. Now we are looking for a slight relief here. See how this test came right here? This is kind of like what Mo likes to call a warning shot. Came down to the 13. The 5 was kind of coming down. At the time, I really thought this was going to kind of cross under and test the 50. Didn't even happen. Bull said, not today, Ray Ray, and ripped it up higher. So right around this area, normally after a little small test right here, you'll kind of see that you'll have another 13 test shortly after you have another run up. So normally that's what happens. I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball here, but more times than not, that's what I see personally. Even when you're doing this on the minute charts and stuff like that and breaking them down, you could see, you can normally see that. All right, so let's just kind of go over the overall market here. I mean, you guys already know how I have my chart set up. I got the 1 minute here, and the rest are 5 minutes, and these are the making up of SPY. So Apple, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia, and Vago. Looks like we have a nice, good run up. Looks like Apple had some running to do this morning. Nvidia looks flat. Microsoft looks like it had a rip up. Looks like you might have a small downturn here. Here comes a 50 test. Is this going to be a wash, or is this going to be a rebound bounce up? All right, let's go back over here. Let's break this down on a 1 minute time frame. What do I see? Looks like a cup formed right here. Is this a formation of a cup in the afters? Afters to pre-market? Do we have a gap over here? No, no gap. Well, even if we did, we filled pre-market. There's still little gaps up. All right, so I would be thinking bullish today. I would be looking. Yeah. Yeah. set ourselves up for possible success. Not saying that we're going to come back up here and fill this gap, but I kind of like having it there just to see. And what do I have this blue line down here for? Let's go back down to a 15-minute. All-time high. That's all that was. All-time high. Gap fill, which still needs to fill 744, which is a big, this is a big gap right here. Partial fillment. Interesting. Man, I need to start looking at these charts again more. I just literally have not had time to look at these charts as much lately. I have so much going on right now. All right, boom. All right. Alrighty. All right, so we're going to take a bullish stance here. We're going to see if this ends up breaking above. It looks like you have another 50 rejection. Can't even beat the 50 on the 15-minute on the pre-market. Since this dip under the 50, haven't been able to break. How many tests we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 tests. Jesus. All right. Let's go to a 1 minute here. Yeah, bears. Let's see this go under. So I'm going to be looking to scoop. I'm going to be looking to scoop on a rebound here. Let's see if this comes and fills this here. Pre-market hours, which I think it will. That's the only one that I'm seeing here. So let's see if this will act as a support. We'll kind of we'll kind of gauge it here. Right around this area. Well, might not even. Looks like this candle bottle rocketed, closing back up. We could be finishing up. Tough call to jump in right now on SPY. 13 crossing 50 down on the 5-minute, but it looks like support. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here. Crypto B, I'm seeing that little bounce right here. I'm thinking we might not even come back up here yet. So I'm going to be bullish for the day. I'm going to be looking to come up here to 7. So price target for today is 758.74 or 75. However you want to take it. I personally think we won't get up there first. I think we're going to come down here. We're going to fill this little small gap from the pre-market hours if we get under the 50 here. I don't think we're going to have a big wash when we get under the 50. I think this will carry as support right here. I mean, this general area right here is acting as a support. That's why we're getting this little small bounce right here, because this whole area right here is looking like it's been holding. Slight downward trend, obviously, slight downtrend, but still looking kind of bullish, or not bullish, consolidating for a temporary support here. So I think, how much time we got? We got 1 minute here. I think I'm going to go with a bearish take here. Let's go over to the paper trading. Let's maybe set this guy up. Where was I looking at before? There was a gap right here. See, this one doesn't show a gap. See, the pre-market hours for this one doesn't show me that gap. That TradeView shows me right here at 13:16 in the morning. So right here, it looks like there was one created, but not actually, which is very strange. So let's go ahead and draw some squiggly lines here. I'm just gonna draw a horizontal line. Boom. Dude, I need to thicken these things up, huh? So it looks like that 50 is holding the support here real quick. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have that run up. We're gonna top. I think we're gonna top out right here again. Interesting. Okay, so let's see. I guess this would have been the new one here. Huh. Might not even get that small downward push here. We are looking bullish. We're just closer to here. What we were. You know, I think we're gonna risk it off the top here. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit on this one. All right, we're gonna trade this zone right here. Let's see if we can actually get in this. By the way, I figured out how to enable the extension hours from TradingView. Bottom right corner of the talks has a toggle next to the clock. Ah, yes, E. Okay, yeah, Alt Shift plus E. I see it right here on the bottom. Well, I mean, you can't see it right now. Hold on, let me move my face. Okay, yeah, right here. Boom. You're right. Good call, dude. Thanks for letting me know. Now I'll remember for sure. Hopefully. All right, we're gonna risk a put here. This could be the top. All right, we're gonna go for just out of the money right here. Premiums seem pretty cheap. Oh man, we already missed. Look at this nice red candle. All right, let's see what happens here. Here's that 5 test. Got to be patient here. Yeah, dude, thanks. I appreciate you. Thanks for helping me out. Not liking this. We got 4 seconds, 3 seconds. The next candle. This is basically a bottle rocket candle. Oof, pushed all the way down. All right, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. Could get smoked. This was a good, nice bullish push up. This still could continue up. It still looks kind of good, bullish wise at least. But I'm looking for this resistance test right here. Supposed to get in right here. I was just wondering how this candle was going to be. Yeah, look at that bull and a bear fight happening right now. This is a little, the volatility is definitely there. So we'll see. This is going to rock it up or rock it down. Yeah, oof. Man, this is a tough call here. Tough, 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 tough. Maybe I should have waited for that little support off of that top of this line here. Looks like we're down 60. All right, so while we're still in this play, I also wanted to look at a couple of different other charts that I've been looking at, kind of. I know in the beginning I said I wasn't, but I just want to put you guys on here for McDonald's, dude. McDonald's is almost right where I want it on the daily. Look, guys, we're almost so close to the buy zone. This gap at 263. It's actually wrong. So 267.14. So 267.14. I mean, if we just look here, let me just take this off real quick. If we just look at this chart on the daily here, for the past couple of years, I mean, this has been on a straight run up. And normally when you see a sell-off, you know, when you see a heavy sell-off, you see a rip back up in the next couple of months, upcoming months. You see how it comes down, rips back up, comes down, rips back up, comes down, rips back up, comes down, rips back up. I'm expecting the same thing over here. Look at this nice big sell down now. I'm looking for another test here. I'm hoping we gap fill right here. So I'm kind of waiting patiently to kind of fill this right here. To come down, test this area, and we're almost there. We're like $10 away on McDonald's. So I'm kind of looking at a leap play here for like a couple. Well, a leap play is more than, it's like more than a year. I'm looking for a swing trade here. I'm looking for this to kind of consolidate, squiggly, wiggly line up over here. I need to start drawing stuff. Yeah. So I'm looking for this to kind of just kind of fill back up, kind of do one of those moves. Maybe some consolidation, kind of like what you see right here. So yeah, like I said, what you're kind of seeing right here, this is what I'm kind of looking for after this little rip up right here. A little small consolidation maybe with a nice good tail rip up like this and like this. All right, so let's see if we'll actually end up getting that. So even when you come over here on when you turn on the bread bot, I mean, we had a nice big wash here, came up, tested the 50, continue to wash down. So I'd expect another 50 test to come within the next couple of days, probably leading into July. So I'm going to be looking for an entry on this guy here real soon, and that's kind of what I'm in. All right, so let's go back to the play here. How we doing? All right, so it looks like we kind of consolidated right here. Not too bad of an entry. Multiple 13 tests. Looks like we're still down on the play. We should be up, I think. Last price 95. Okay, while we're waiting for this to kind of play out. Oh. All right, if it breaks above this line, I'm out. Like if it confirms above, if this next candle confirms above, I'm out. Because it did not do what we thought it was going to do. And I'll take the couple of bucks of a loss here. So far respecting the top. Did technically peak and break above. We could see, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to probably see. I don't know. It's a bull and a bear fight right here. Now, this is what I was also saying on the daily earlier, guys. Remember how I saw when I said the 5 was kind of coming down and crossing on the daily on SPY? And that you saw a couple of candles leading back up, and then you see it now kind of curling back down. That's what I was referring to. You can incorporate your day trading into, like, you can incorporate your 0 DTE trading into your regular trading and stuff like that. You're gonna recognize these patterns. You know what I'm saying? See how it curled up right here, and then it's coming back down, and look, and then we have this nice big engulfing candle. Looks like we were just early on the play. We should have just respected the line and got in when we tested the line. That's what we should have done. That was my fault. I got a little too excited, guys. I get excited trading. So slight early entry on that, but we did see the overall play kind of starting to play out here. So we're going to test the 50 here real quick, I think. Let's see if we can get the 5 crossing the 13. We should be up money, honestly. 757. Last price isn't 90. It's 98, 99. Yeah, here we go. Not looking too bad. Let's see if we come back down. Let's see if we can catch the rejection all the way to 756. If it even gets there, we got to beat the 50 right now. So the key point here, right now, we're trying to beat the 50. Looks like that's exactly what we're getting. Man, dude, my coffee tastes so good, guys. It's so good. All right, here's the moment of truth here. We need this 5 to cross the 13. Looks like the VWAP and the 50 are right here, so definitely got to be careful here. We should be in profit right now. It looks like we're only up 20 bucks. I feel like we're up a lot more. You know, sometimes when you're paper trading, guys, especially when you're day trading, you're going to have lag, you're going to have latency because the market's real time. Paper trading is like a couple of seconds of a difference of real time trading. So remember, always keep that in mind. Oh, look, so you got that bounce off that 50. Let's see if we can reject here. Looks exactly like that. These candles are real nice. So if you guys are day trading with real money right now, you guys should be making some decent money, honestly. Maybe I'll make one. Maybe, you know what, guys? I think I'll do one. I'll do one day trade with you guys with some real money. Let's see if we can get a cheap contract or something. All right, so we're looking for the wash down here. This is what I want to see. I want us to come down to 756.32. We might not get it because the 50 right here. Because the 50 is looking strong. Can't beat it. Looks it tried to earlier, and it's fucking it's holding. She's holding. Might get a classic rebound here off the EMAs. So that's another thing to keep take into consideration too, guys, when you guys are trading too as well. Uh, Sometimes the EMAs they like to play each other. So you'll see sometimes they'll come down, they'll touch tips. You know what I'm saying? They like touching tips. They'll touch and then they'll rebound off each other. Remember, these are everyday moving averages. Mo goes over these in the class library. So if you guys are ever interested in learning more about EMAs, he does a brief breakdown in the class library in the Discord. So definitely check that out. I think I might get out of this because it's looking like it's going to be on strength here. I mean, look at this bottle rocket of a candle. Yeah, this is a tough call. Look at this. They're fighting each other. Bulls are looking like they're going to win. Look at this curl of the tail here of the EMAs. This might be a smart place to get out at if we're just down 10 bucks here. I don't know, dude. The EMA's looking like they want to cross. What do you guys think here? Let me get your thoughts in here. You think we're going down? What do you guys think? You think we're going down? Think we're going to bounce off the 50? You got the VWAP crossing the 50 right here. Here's that 50 test again. Actual candle touch of the 50 though. I don't know. I personally think we're going to get the wash. Let's look at the overall market here. Let's see what's going on. Microsoft's MACD is curling down. I think Nvidia is what's holding the market up right now. Look at this guy. She's like I'm full blown. Oh wow, yeah, look at that green candle. Dang. We might get cooked. You're bullish? Yeah, it's looking that way, brother. It's looking bullish. That curl, yeah, look at that. Oh, these candles are getting wild. Yeah, dude, it's honestly, it's up in the air. It's a 50-50 shot. I mean, look at these candles. I can't tell. I can't tell really, honestly. It does look bullish though, because we haven't gotten under the 50. So I guess technically, yeah, technically we are bullish. I don't know. These candles don't look, the market just doesn't look strong to me right now. I think we're gonna get a wash. Like this doesn't look strong to me. The MACD doesn't look that good. RSI for Nvidia sitting at 77, and this is all in the 5 minute here. The only thing I see is pushing back up would be Microsoft, but the MACD curled down. The RSI is at 38. This could easily go down a little bit more. What's Apple at? Apple's at 71. So we are a little high across the board on the RSI. So yeah, I'm going to go with bearish on this. I think we're going to get a wash. I'm going to stick to that technical then. Now that I'm looking at the overall makings of SPY, I think we're going to get that wash unless if Microsoft ends up curling back up because the RSI is pretty low, sitting at 40 currently. So Microsoft starts picking up, I think we'll get a little relief here. But yeah, dang, look guys. I mean, we're sitting at break even here. All right. So I think somebody had some questions about the options chain again. Oh, where did I pull that up? Right here. The statistics. So if you guys didn't know, on your options chain right here, let me just extend this a little bit. Obviously, you have your dates, right, to expiration. But if you click on this right here, the volume, IV, and the HV, if you click on this, you can actually see the option statistics right here. So it can pull up the volume, the overall, right? The volume of today, which is about 420,000. Obviously, there's slightly less. It's 419. I normally just round up just by like a tick, obviously. And then the 30-day volume average is 3.75 million. Pause index, our pulse index 0.11, volume PC ratio 0.40, open interest 16 million, so about 17 million. 30-day what is this? Open interest average 16 million, daily open interest change, open interest PC ratio. And you can see right here, implied volatility is at 48.54%, so about 49%. Current implied volatility, yep, in the 73% rank means that 73% of the time the IV was lower than last year than the current level, so it's lower than last year. A little high, slightly. Then you can look at historical volatility. It was sitting at 41, so you're currently sitting at 48. It was at 41 previously. Volume distribution, so ask or above. So total puts 261, total calls. So it looks like the bulls are more in charge here. So could be looking bullish. Is that what's happening right now? Yeah, looks like that's what's happening. So if you go back over here, you can kind of gauge the market too, as well as that ticker. So obviously I look at SPY, and you can look at the statistics here down below on this little chart, and obviously it gives you the strike price and the calls. So people are looking around 230. What are we sitting at right now? Oh, this is for Nvidia. Weird. So this is for Nvidia. So the 230 strike for Nvidia. I thought this was SPY. We'll go to SPY here. All right, so puts for SPY are just under the call. So it looks like the bulls are more in control here. Ask it or above or mid. We're kind of neck and neck almost. But the ask or above is normally pretty high right here. Interesting. Anyway, so you can pull up these statistics right here, and you could clearly see obviously calls and put totals right here, and you can kind of gauge your own own way of how you want to trade it. So looks like the Bulls are probably going to win here. So let's look at the call ratio. So it looks like at 758. Yeah, it looks like you got calls up to 758. Yeah. Got a bunch of them right here. 758. It looks like there's lots of volume right here. So that looks exactly like where we might go. Currently sitting at 757. Puts are kind of outweighing the calls just barely right here, just barely. So 757 is a strong level. If you get that breakout above, looks like you're heading to 759, 760 area. And that's like pretty much right where we got that gap. So let's actually take a look at that real quick and see if that's where where I got my gap lined up. For SPY speeder. Let's look at the speeder. Boom. Yeah, so right here, 758. Yeah, so just right under 759. So that's where we got our gap. So I would definitely expect that to kind of shoot and reach right around this area anyway. So, all right. So yeah, we're bullish. Let's get out of that trade. Looks like we lost that trade. We couldn't beat the 50. And based on the technicals right there, based on all the analysis that I just did, I kind of want to get out of this right now. So we're going to take an L, first L of the day. How unfortunate. But it is what it is. So we kind of want to save butt here. Save our butt. Well, let's cancel that because that's not even where we are. Where's our average price at? Last price 83. So 82 is fine. Yeah, 82 is fine. All right, let's get out of that. Even if it comes back down in our favor, we're currently looking at calls. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do one real trade here with you guys. Let's see. Let me just log into my Robinhood account. And that's what we were looking at, right? We'll do a 750. We'll do a 759 call. How about that? Got to find a good entry though. I think we're gonna have some relief here real quick. All right, looks like the 759 is currently like 60-ish cents. So here's the SPY. Oh yeah, the 15-minute on SPY looks so good right now. We have that crossing. MACD's crossing. RSI's at 60. We look bullish. Yeah, look at that. Closing candle, rip up. Testing of the 13. Looking for a little relief. I would expect another bounce here soon. Man, this is a tough call here. Overbought, overbought. I would expect a little wash here. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, she's just running. All right. Let's see if we can catch this little rip here. We'll do two. Let's see if we can catch a little small relief here. Pull this guy up right here for you. Man, I don't even think I want to jump in right now on calls. I'm looking for that slight relief down here again. I don't like it, actually. It's not my favorite. But the 15-minute looks so good. Hmm. This is a tough one, guys. Even when we're paper trading. Save your butt for sure. Yeah. I mean, dude, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. So you just got to be mindful about that. You know what I mean? We do look good, dude. You know what? We're gonna risk it for the biscuit here. We're gonna take a shot at it. I'm gonna queue up one for 62 cents. We are just there. Two at 62. I'm gonna keep this chain open here for you guys to see. Obviously, you know where the limit price is. It's right here. The bid. Now for Robinhood, it says mark. Normally for market things, it says bid because that's what the bid is, and then the ask right here, 68. Obviously, that's what the market's asking. So we might not even get in here, but I'm looking for that small little dip here to kind of tag me down, get me in. It's that or we go lower. It's that or we go lower. But I'm liking the RSI, EMA RSI on the 15-minute here. Looks good to me. Looks good. If we get the 13 across the 50, expect a huge bullish rip up. Remember, guys, trend is your friend. Nibs, bro. You looking at nibs? Nimbus. Let's take a gander here. Oh yeah, looks like she's on a breakout. Almost got here. Almost got to 662. That support line held. That was supposed to be a gap fill down below right here. Yeah, if you held through this chop right here, good consolidation. That's what I think I made that same analysis. Maybe. But yeah, I think I expected the wash to fill this. It didn't even fill, but man, look at that rip up. What a rip. 67 all the way to 276. Dude, that's a $200 move, bro. Crazy. Did you stay in that, Rich? I know I remember you asked me about this like a couple of months ago. When did you ask me about this, bro? I think you asked me in April. I think you asked me sometime in April. I can't even remember. I don't think we filled the order, guys. No, we didn't even fill. All right. I might cancel this. Yeah, I'm gonna cancel that. No need to stay in right now. I'm gonna look for this relief possible 50 test. Hopefully we come back down a little bit. We're like 8 cents away from the ask, so. And honestly, even getting in at this price, we'd only had a 2 cent move, which is only like $4, which is like, nothing special. So let's see what this next 15-minute candle. Dang, dude, time moves by so fast when you're trading, guys. I I don't know if it moves fast for you, but it moves fast for me. All right, we're gonna jump in on a market buy here. I want to see this candle come down and touch the 5. So Rich, did you end up getting in there, or did you end up selling, or because now I gotta know, because that was a crazy chart. I mean, look at the chart, man. Absolutely, absolutely diabolical. Look at that. Wish I didn't have to be working too. I can really pay attention to this. Dash, I understand. Trust me, man. Uh, if I didn't have to go to work in 15 minutes, I would probably be doing this all day. I would literally just be looking at the market all day with you guys. I would literally just stay streaming, watching the market all day. I mean, that's what I do anyway. I literally watch the market all day while I'm at work. All right, so it looks like that. See how this top, see, I mentioned this previously in my last lives. If you guys ever watch any of my videos, remember how I say that resistance can act as a support, and it looks like it's going to be acting as a support here. You have the EMAs coming up too, so I expect, this is just what I think, I expect this to come back down and test the 50 right here, and then most likely continue to move up, because we did have a nice little run up right here. We're probably going to see a little consolidation on the side, probably right here in this area, this zone. So I would expect that to continue to wash. Same LOL. But I don't know how to trade for crap. That's the reason I'm here. Well, Dash, I'm glad you're here, brother. Right now we're paper trading. I don't know if you know, I don't know if you joined in late or if you've been in here the whole time, but we paper trade here. I paper trade and I live trade some of my accounts every once in a while. We got one practice trade in. It didn't play out in our favor. The trade wasn't technically a bad trade. We did get the rejection right here. It just didn't get under the 50. The 50 was too strong. So got out right here after we broke above. I was like, I got to get out. And then obviously we continued to run up. So that would have definitely eaten the contract away. We just got in slightly early. We got in over here. I should have got in on my line that I drew right here off the top. Didn't, but that's okay. Remember, guys, too, as well, if you guys are day trading and stuff like that, remember, base hits win games, guys. I really, actually, I wanted to go over this yesterday in kind of my channel, but I got busy with work. Mondays are just extremely busy for me with work, so sometimes I'm only able to do a couple of different other things, and then I have so much other stuff going on. Yeah, so I do my live trading. So I use my real money in Robinhood, and I use Webull for paper trading. So I like Webull and the platform that they have. You can go over here to paper trading. You can make a customized layout right here. You can click on the top right hand corner, new layout, and you can start with a blank one. You can have one already preset for you. You can do this one, and then you can customize it however you want. So, I can click on this paper trade one and it'll pull me up all my options, everything all conjoined up, and you can clean it up yourself. You know what I mean? You can go through, be like, I want to remove this, get rid of that, get rid of this. I don't need the order book. I personally like having the clock on because I need to know what time it is. And then, I'll minimize like this, I'll make this small, I'll move this like over here. You know, I like to have my options on the right, or you can keep it over here. You can keep your chart on the right side if you want. Your orders that you're filling right here. Maybe you want to move this over here. Maybe you just want to keep this long like this or something. Maybe skinny or however you want. You know what I mean? Uh, I keep mine like this. This is how I made mine for you guys to kind of show you. And that's pretty much kind of it. It's really simple. And it's a great way, risk-free, to learn how to trade, kind of look at support resistance levels, learn momentum shifts, and stuff like that as the streams progress. Once I finally get situated, guys, I know it seems like, oh, you're just kind of day trading and stuff like that. I'm not really kind of getting all the education I want. I'm currently trying to get everything all set up. It's just taken me a little bit longer. So I'm going to be definitely bringing in lots and lots of new information as time goes on. This is just kind of a slow roll into things. I don't want to rush into a bunch of different things. I just kind of want to show you little, small, simplistic things for a little while, and then we're going to get more and more and more and more and more advanced, in depth into things and stuff like that. I do have Webull too. Not much money in it, but I'll start doing some paper trading there. Dash, definitely recommend paper trading, brother. That way, you're not risking your money. You're not going to lose money. You're not going to lose hundreds or thousands of dollars that you may be, your hard earned money. A lot of people rush into trading and then they get that one big win, right? And they're like, man, I could really do this. This stuff really takes a lot of time. It really takes dedication, learning the charts, staring at the screen for a long time, you know what I mean? Trying to understand candle patterns. Why is this candle, bouncing off of here and not going under? Why did this decide to bounce here? Looks like there's a couple of buyers there, and you're gonna learn the everyday moving average, the EMAs and stuff like that. And that's why also, guys, it's a great thing to just be in the Discord. We have the learning library. I always recommend everybody go through the learning library. It literally answers a majority of your questions that you have. The classes in there, there's like 39 class lessons in there. They go over everything: how to trade an option, when to buy and sell a stock or an option, what the EMAs mean, what a double bottom means, what the RSI means, all these different other things, what the volume indicators mean, what's the MACD mean, what does this mean, what's the RSI mean. It gives you all that information and tools and stuff like that. It's just really up to you guys to go in there and take the time to learn it. Great Discord. Yeah, I cashed out yesterday just because it was so overbought right now, but it's still running, but that's okay. Hey, Rich, listen, take profits, brother. You had that's a huge run up. Rich, that was huge run up. Wish I was in way down there, but I did make a little bit of profit though the last couple weeks, which was nice. Hey man, listen, profit. The biggest flex is taking profits. All right, looks like we're getting that downside that I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for this 50 test here. I thought we were going to get it over. I thought we were going to get it here. Didn't. Looks like we're getting it here, but I think this is going to wash under now. Not too confident about that. Let's look at the statistics. Yeah, so it still looks like Bulls are still in control here. It looks like you have, so 757. Let's look at a 757 push down. Yeah, so it looks like it wants to fill. See, and this is why I have this indicator on right here too. The VP. The VP indicator. It's like this right here, but it's just kind of telling you the overall volume of the contracts. So it looks like, dude, the Bulls 758 are just ripping it right there. I'm a little skeptical. I want to come right here. If we go to the VWAP, I'll probably get in. Well, actually, I probably won't get in because the EMAs might cross the 50, and you know what that means. Well, if you don't know what that means, when the EMAs cross the 50, it's we'll paper trade this. We'll paper trade this off the 50. All right, we'll paper trade this off the 50 just to test this theory. Let's see if we get a bounce. Did I not get in? Where's my position? Oh, it's just being a little punk. It's just taking forever. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, guys. You got to be careful. Sometimes paper trading, it kind of lags a little bit. It's really annoying sometimes. It's not buying me in. Yeah, failed to submit. I get it. I know. I know you failed to submit. Oh, see, that was a good call. The call off the 50 was the move. Let's see if we can maybe catch this on Robinhood here. It's basically at my ask right now. What I was asking before. What I was looking for too here, let me get rid of this here real quick. This is also what I was looking at on Robinhood. I was looking for this 15-minute candle to come and test the 5, and that's exactly what it looks like it's about to do right now, which is pretty much coinciding with the 50 over here. All right, guys, I think I'm going to risk it. We're going to go 2. See if we get a little more wash. Oh, look at that big green candle. 30 seconds until next one. Should we do it? Should we do it? No, you don't have to pay for the libraries, Dash. It's already in the Discord. The class library is already in there. What you're thinking about is the master course classes. That's a whole separate ball game. Master course classes are a separate ball game. All right, I'm in. I could get smoked here. Looks like I already am getting smoked. Do it. We already did. Oh, I gotta go, actually. Crazy. I mean, this was the initial, it got me in at a wrong price. I thought I got in at 52 cents. It got me in at 56 cents. I thought it was getting me in at 52. It got me in at 56. So, I mean, technically we would only be down $4. All right, here we go. I'm really banking on this 15-minute here. I don't like the MACD on it. We got 2 minutes until next candle. Let's see if this candle holds or not. But yeah, Dash, it's right in here. I'll show you real quick. Here, let me pull up my thingy. So I'll just go over here. Boom, if you go over here in the Discord right here, the class library right here, it's gonna tell you everything that you need to know. Like I said, it goes through everything. 0 DTE, tricks with Mo, how stop orders for trading for Thinkorswim, how to stop the market, or how to short the market, sorry. He does the day trading, a live day trading example right there, how to use the Breadbot, advanced charting, dealing with FOMO, Breadbot tutorial, developing discipline and emotional control, breakout trading strategies. Like he goes through all this stuff, like the long list of things. So it's definitely important that you guys go through and check it out and see what he's got going on over there. Lots and lots of good information. That's where I've learned all my stuff from. All right, so it looks like we got that EMA bounce right here. That's what I'm looking for. Looks like we're slightly profitable. We're looking for that run up here. No guarantees though, obviously. I can't believe I got in at this price. I really thought I got in at 52 cents. This is where we should have got in right here, 52. That's what it was marked at. Not looking good for me right now. Currently, obviously, we might get a wash. Let's see if the 5. This is what I was talking about earlier too, guys, if you guys were in here. The EMAs can bounce off each other. It doesn't necessarily always have to cross. They definitely do bounce off each other. Kind of what we're seeing right here on the 1 minute. If you look right here. Not saying that it will this time, obviously, but I'm just saying they do bounce off each other. Just be mindful about that. Okay, look at that. Looks like we're up a couple of bucks. I'm just gonna get ready to close this, honestly, because I gotta go. It's 7:30. I gotta go to my 9 to 5 job. So I'm just gonna sell. I'm gonna put a limit order here for $1. So if this hits $1, I'm out. If it doesn't, obviously I'm smoked. It is what it is, but I gotta go. I gotta get ready for work. Well, I don't have to get ready. I gotta leave actually. I just joined too, so trying to figure it out. Lots to learn. All right, so Dash 2 as well. What I recommend too, since we're on the subject, I'm just gonna go over this here real quick. So also in the Discord, go to the member orientate. Oh, you can't even see it. So right over here on the welcoming page at the very top right here, you're gonna see member orientation. I go through a lot of things that are in the Discord, how to use them, where they're at, all that stuff. So you can, some of them are pretty long, they're about an hour long, but I go through everything that's in the Discord, um, pretty much. I don't have time all the time to go through everything within that hour, so I mean, obviously all these videos are the same but slightly different. But it teaches you how to kind of go through the Discord and what to look for and stuff like that. So definitely check that out and watch those videos. So definitely check that. How are we doing over here? All right, looks like we're up 14 bucks. 20 bucks. All right, looks like we're at a trading we're at a win. So guys, when I'm trading, I look for 30%. Okay, I'm not going to get the 30% this time. I'm looking for more. But 30% is a good way to get out. Anywhere near there, 20 to 30%, get out, dude. Take your money and run, all right? It's definitely a good way to stay consistent. I don't really care necessarily about the money as much as I care about the P&L. Not necessarily the P&L, but the percentage per play. Because when you're looking at the percentages per play, you're going to be more consistent because you're not going to be worried about dollar amounts. You're not going to be like, oh, I need like a $20 move. What you want to be doing is the percentage per play. It keeps you consistent. It locks in wherever you are within the trade, however much you paid for the trade, and it gives you that uh, good return rate. I always consistently, when I'm day trading, I always see about 30%. So like even right now, I would get out like right now. 75 cents. If this goes to 75 cents here, you know what? That's exactly what we're going to do. I'm just going to show you here real quick. You know what we're going to do? We're going to close one out. I think like 75 cents is a fair trade. So we're going to queue up one for 75 cents. So we're going to take the risk off here at 75 cents and then we'll let one run. So that's a good way too as well to stay profitable. If you have multiple contracts in, you know, currently I got 2 in there. This is a good way to keep your capital, and take the risk off while letting another play continue to run. So it looks like we're about to get out right now of one. Come on, baby, give me that 2 cents. Come on, 2 cents, baby. That's all I'm asking. Let's go, you cheapo. 1 cent. 1 cent here. Sell, baby, sell. We're there. Give it to me. Give it to me. Boom. We sold one. So that was about 20 bucks. And we're continuing the run. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set a stop for this one too. You know what? That was a 35. What was that? 30. That was a 32% winner. So like I said, consistency. Shoot for 30s. Shoot for 30s. See how we got to 30%? Close one out right there. Now I'm going to shoot for a bigger one. This is a little more obviously high risk. I'm asking $1 right here for a limit sell. I'm going to click that baby right there. It's going to queue it up, and then we'll see. We'll see if we make it there. Obviously, I got to go to work, so I'm not going to be paying attention. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, then, well, at least I made profit on one. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you guys. And like I said, definitely check out that learning library. And as well, too, guys, if you guys are looking to take this seriously and like to join us for the long haul, like I said, I'm gonna have a couple of months out to where, you know, I'm slow rolling this into multiple different other things here. I'm just now starting my journey, obviously with you guys too as well. You know, this is all very fresh and new, so there's lots of logistics going on behind the scenes that you guys are unaware of. So I'm trying to bring the best stuff to you guys as possible. And in order for me to do that, I just need a little bit more time to get it all organized and run up. But if you guys, like I said, are serious about your investing and you're serious on your journey of trading and looking for financial freedom, definitely sign up with our lifetime, guys. Come with us for life. Forget the monthly payments. Uh, Forget about all that stuff. Forgetting month to month to month, living month to month to month. Just join us for the long haul. That way, no matter what, no matter when, you'll always have access to the Discord to learn, to maybe even show your friends later on, maybe your family down the road. Maybe you want to teach your children or something. If you get the lifetime access, you could easily just, help them, teach them through everything that you learn here. Like I said, the class libraries. If you guys are looking for the master course classes, we got those too as well. Um, so like I said, take advantage of that. I have them in the descriptions below in this video, as well as on my YouTube page. As you guys know, you can QR code scan that to get my digital business card and stuff like that. So like I said, take advantage, guys. Use code MO for that 40% discount. Remember, we run promos, and those promos are for limited time. Sometimes we have a really good deal. Right now we have an amazing deal. 40% off of something is an amazing deal compared to, obviously full price. So like I said, take advantage, lock that in either today or sometime soon, because like I said, the promos are limited. So lock those in. The link in the description below has the annual, lifetime, and the monthly. And if you guys want to take your, like I said, trading seriously, we have the master course classes too that go far in depth than the class library than we have in the Discord. Like I said, like I normally say, the Discord class library is like high school level. The master course classes are like college level learning, like really, 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 really good stuff. And remember, guys, there's flashcards in the learning library to teach those definitions, and so you can learn everything that you need to learn. Anyway, guys, I got to get on getting. I'm already late. I'm already like 7 minutes late. I got to get out of here. I'm going to hit traffic and I'm going to be like, ah. Anyway, it looks like our play's doing good. We're at 80 cents right now. 24 bucks, 42%. Anyway, much love, guys. I'll see you guys in the Discord. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.